Getting angry is punishing yourself with the mistakes of others. Why is getting angry punishing yourself with the mistakes of others? First, getting angry will have a negative impact on your own health. In the Yellow Emperor's Classic of Internal Medicine, one of the most important textbooks of traditional Chinese medicine, we learn that excessive anger harms the liver. Therefore, a person who gets angry frequently would most likely have issues with their liver. Also, according to traditional Chinese medicine, frequent anger may contribute to hair loss, high blood pressure, coronary heart disease, gastric ulcers and more. So you can see that getting angry is indeed punishing oneself with the mistakes of others. Anger does indeed contribute to health problems, and there are studies showing the relationship between emotions and the inner organs. According to traditional Chinese medicine, hatred, complaining, vexation, anger and worry are 5 common moods like 5 poisonous pills. These moods hurt 5 organs: the heart, spleen, lungs, liver and kidneys. Therefore, as you can see, if we are immersed in these negative states of mind, our health will be affected sooner or later. So now let's find out how we should control our emotions and pacify anger. We said before, Chinese characters are in fact symbols of wisdom. The composition of the Chinese character for anger implies that when we are angry, our hearts lose control of our mood, just like slaves losing control of their freedom. How do we transform anger to forgiveness? Let's get to know another Chinese character, Shu. The character Shu is very close in composition to the character for anger. But one of the meanings of Shu is forgiveness. You might ask, when the ancient sages invented Chinese characters, why did they give 2 such opposing words such similar appearances? As we mentioned before, the Chinese character for anger is the combination of 2 Chinese characters, for slave and for heart. The upper part of anger is the character for slave, with sharp corners and tips. If we change the sharp corners and tips of slave into a square, the upper part becomes another Chinese word for as, and the whole character becomes Shu, which means forgiveness instead of anger. The lower part is still the character for heart. So, how do we forgive others from the character Shu? Be as hearts of others. That is, we should try to put ourselves in others' shoes and consider ourselves in their situation. For example, before we treat others in a certain way, we need to consider, could I accept being treated in the same way? When others have done something wrong, before we lose our temper, we should first consider, am I a perfect person? Am I a person who always acts wisely without making any errors at all? If I am not a perfect person and I still make mistakes, how could I demand others to be perfect? Also, if it was us who did something wrong, how would we expect others to treat us? Would we still have the right to beg others for forgiveness? We would hope others consider the situation we were in and give us an opportunity to make things right again. With such considerations, when others do something wrong, shouldn't we forgive them and give them another chance? So considering the situation of others as their hearts is the way of transforming anger to forgiveness, according to the composition of the Chinese word Shu. In the governing principles of ancient China, Confucius's extraordinary statement on Shu was recorded. When a disciple approached Confucius and asked, "Master, is there one word that I can use as a rule of practice for all my life?" Confucius replied, "Yes, the word is shu. Do not do to others what you do not want others to do to you." Guidelines for being a good person, Di Gui, has a similar line. Before we ask others to do something, we should first ask ourselves if we could do it. If not, then we should not ask others to do it. As you see, the words in Guidelines for Being a Good Person are quite simple. But if you could understand the underlying meanings and use them in your daily interactions with people and matters, you'd know what to give and what to take and whether it should be done and how to do it. The greatest Tao is of great simplicity, and profound truth is always expressed in the easiest and clearest ways. Don't ignore Guidelines for Being a Good Person just because it is expressed in the simplest way. Although the Chinese text has only 1,080 characters in 360 lines and gives 113 principles, if we could practice the teachings in daily life, we'd soon find that all our relationships would improve.